All right, picking up where we left off. So the evaluation of the different options again. So with option 1, this option shows that when met with resistance, Ms. Potter will not stand by her morals and will give in to parents and teachers. Furthermore, if the parents and teachers want something done, they know that she will do it for them. This option gives stakeholders what they want, and Ms. Potter gives in. Option 2 shows that if she does not get her way, Ms. Potter will remove people from getting what she wants in the small community. This could allow her to be seen in a negative light. With option 3, it allows for Ms. Potter to show that the stakeholders that she is in fact a leader, and that students and stakeholders can see that she's a leader. She gives in a little morally, but she still is able to expand the input and get that from stakeholders. Ms. Potter would also need to ask for guidance from the superintendent and Board of Education, which philosophy they would like to follow, and if they would like any input in the process. Furthermore, as a model, they would like the committee to follow and align with it. And with option 4, Ms. Potter is able to participate in the collaborative process and the model for this process for the future across the district. The Superintendent, Board of Education Committee, and stakeholders may view this positively as Ms. Potter demonstrates her collaboration as a leader. What is Ms. Potter's best option at this time? I believe that her best option is that when the meet with the committee to outline what key components are to writing and creating a philosophy and vision statement. Ms. Potter does serve as the committee chair, and she starts the process of creating the statements collaboratively. I believe this is the best option because the consequences that'll happen are less. The evaluation of the option is that it allows for Ms. Potter to show the stakeholders that she's in fact a leader and wants to educate teachers, students, and stakeholders, and she gives in a little bit morally, but still gets to enlist the vision from other stakeholders. It appears that as though the community is not familiar and comfortable with allowing principal to be part of the collaborative team, this option allows Ms. Potter to monitor the group's collaboration while still having her input in some of the decision making. It allows for stakeholders to see what type of leader it is that they hired. She can be involved, but yet still allow collaboration between all different parties, all different stakeholders to be involved in this situation. It does show the stakeholders that Ms. Potter wants to be a member of the school district, wants to be a member of the community, and wants to work with other people throughout that process. So I do believe that this shows that we're creating future lifelong learners for everybody that's involved, and this is the best option for Ms. Potter in this case. How does she go about implementing this decision then? First, she's going to need to prepare for the next committee meeting. She will need to meet with the superintendent, different community members, staff members, students, and do some research and for some information on the district, state, and other schools, and include in this an understanding of what process was used to establish the district's philosophy and vision statements. Next, at the next meeting, she'll have a presentation to share with the committee highlighting these different steps to create and implement a quality philosophy and vision statement, provide examples of the other Lightville Elementary School and senior high school districts and the state's vision statements, provide information from the students as to what they think the philosophy and mission statement should be, provide examples of other schools' statements with some demographics, and also cover if they are going to take the junior high philosophy or a middle school high philosophy. She also needs to allow the committee to discuss their thoughts, and as she facilitates the meeting as being the chair, she listens actively, writes down thoughts and ideas that she's heard, and then presents them and organizes the thoughts. And this is a guide to the committee to be a collaborative work. And then she will present the committee's final draft to the superintendent and Board of Education for review and possible approval. And if no further revisions are needed, then they will be able to move along with those statements that they worked on collaboratively and came up with together. So when looking at this, there are positive outcomes that can come from it, and there are negative outcomes. The positive outcomes are that the committee likes how it is that you provide them with direction, collaboration in the process. The committee develops statements that you fully agree with. Positive feedback is spread throughout the small community about how you conducted the committee, and you are able to learn about the community staff, parents, and by facilitating these meetings. And you can show your leadership skills, morals, ethics, and values throughout these meetings. The negative outcomes is that the process creates division among the committee. The process takes too much time, and it's too hard to come to one consensus decision on something. You are inheriting the statements that you do not agree with, because if you don't agree with everything that's being said, you may not get in the end what you want. Instead of steering and facilitating the group, they insist that you continue to provide all the input and decision making. And lastly, the committee and stakeholders do not understand the collaborative process. For future preparation in the Lightville Community School District, I think it's important that they create a standard process for all advisory boards. Don't let the community members have complete control over it. Enlisting the help of students, staff, and community members is important. Have a non-certified staff member on the advisory committee, and also ask a veteran administrator in the district to be a chair member. They also need to look at creating a vision plan for review and revision of current schools. And they need to envision the need for more elementary schools in the future with the growth in the community at what it is, the expansion of the middle school or junior high school and high school, the expansion of staff in these schools, and the expansion of curriculum that comes with all of the new schools. They also need to create an audit in which the schools can check if they are still aligning with their statements, allow for revisions to the statements to be made to meet the demands of students and staff. In conclusion, the first step for Miss Potter is to take a more involved, hands-on approach and try to persuade the committee to help her collaborate on the philosophy, mission, and vision statements. If she is unsuccessful, it may be necessary to meet with Superintendent Rawlings and other principals or some other administrators within the district, depending on the pool that they have, and possibly the school board as well, to try and to make sure that her process can be followed. I do feel that as a new administrator in a newly constructed school within a very small school district, it's important to find a happy medium between everything as far as holding your ground, but being reasonable and being able to create a reputation that you're easy to work for. I think this is the best case scenario to where each side is able to give a little bit. Miss Potter does be the chair of the committee, but institutes a collaborative work environment inside of the committee. Thank you guys for listening to my views on the case study, and thank you very much.